All right. Welcome back to Geek V TV. Hope you are doing well. Thank you for tuning in. Today we are discussing a dilemma created by Apple, a great one for them at that, that a lot of people have been going through. And I've seen a lot of videos comparing the iPhone Air versus the iPhone 17 Pro or Pro Max. And this is unfortunate that this is the case where you have an amazing, very well built product and you have one that completely ticks all the boxes, but it's more of the same. So, while this is deemed a premium product, it also is lacking in a lot of ways that's making it questionable choice for a lot of individuals who want this sleek, beautiful, well-built, feels great to use, but it's super lacking in some essential areas. And I am faced with that same dilemma. Believe it or not, this is my second iPhone Air. I had the ice blue, white, whatever you want to call it, the light blue variant, and I went for the light gold instead because I love gold aesthetics. You know, black and gold is like my favorite combination. However, there's a lot of things lacking. As somebody who loves to take pictures for work and for fun, this just poses a huge difficulty for me. So I've been going back and forth trying to decide which one to keep. We are week 3 now since the release of these phones, and I am still going back and forth as to which one will soothe me the most, and I still am struggling. While on one hand, this phone is beautiful, it's just so small. If you're going for the Pro and you've been using the Pro Max for so long, and it got bigger and heavier this year, and it was somebody with tennis elbow holding your phone. You want something light, something easy to carry around and just fun to use. So I decided to downsize and go for the Pro Max. However, it's just so small, right? This is 6.3 inches. The iPhone Air is 6.5 and the Pro Max is 6.9. So this being in the middle just soothes that size dilemma that I am faced with, where even though that 0.2 inch, I don't want to do an airdrop. That 0.2 inch difference might seem so minute, but when you are using it, it's a big difference. And every time you pick up this phone, it just feels so good in hand. It feels premium. The feeling of titanium versus aluminum it's just different. When you hold this phone, there's this feeling, and somebody who is very tactile prone, I love the way I have an extreme sensitivity to the way things feel, right? It could determine whether I'm using it or not. It affects me highly. It's weird. Either greatly or adversely, I'm on that spectrum. So this just feels so good to use. But when you go to take a picture, that's where that problem just poses itself. So here we have that 1X, and I can go ultra wide here, but I don't have that choice here, right? I can go 0.2 and I can go 2 times, sorry. And here I can go 4 times and have that nice zoom that is still capable, but we start to zoom in on this end, and that's where you start losing things. It might seem like a nonsensical or not a big deal situation, but if you love taking pictures and you love doing video, you start to feel it in that regard. So, and then when you go to transfer data, is data is the same thing. You start to feel that slowness. I use uh, a Sony A7C II or CR as well. So when I transfer pictures to this phone, it took forever versus that USB 3.1, is it, versus the USB 2.0. So there's just so many limiting factors where while you're paying a premium price for this phone, it just seems so limited. And Apple missed the mark with this phone. If they had added just another camera, that ultra wide, that was all it needed. If the iPhone 17 can get two cameras, and that is the basic, well, the 16E is the very base iPhone upgrade. But if the iPhone 17 can have two cameras and be cheaper than this while performing better in terms of utility, it's just a missed opportunity. Everybody wants this phone because of the way it makes you feel when you pick it up, when you're using it. But that thing that's lacking just makes it a difficult choice. So I am forced to fight through settling. Basically, that's what we're doing this year. You're settling for an option instead of being excited about a choice that you're going for. You're pretty much settling because on one hand, you want this great feeling phone. If you do choose it, you are making so many sacrifices as far as, those things that you are missing out on. Now you can't do cinematic video. You can't, if you are a power user, you are giving up a whole lot of life comforts that comes with the Pro Max, and you are still paying that premium price. So this is like a jewelry, but it's a phone at the end of the day that you want to use. So just carrying it around, you're missing out because you can't use it to its utmost potential. And that takes away when you choose the Pro phones because it is heavier. This is a smaller screen versus that slightly larger screen. It doesn't feel as good. Apple pivoted back to aluminum from, this nice feeling. Everybody that I've shown this phone said it felt cheap. It felt like the basic iPhone because that's pretty much what they went to. It's a premium phone, very utilitarian. You can do so much with it, but it doesn't feel as good as when you pick up this phone. And that's where the struggle is. So whatever choice you go for, you are making a sacrifice and you are still paying that premium price. So now I also have this phone. This is the Galaxy Note 7, and it's close to this feeling, but it's different material again. Doesn't feel as good, but it's super thin, so it kind of makes up for what I would be missing out on if I do go with this phone. So now I can have these two, and this is not a choice that many people have. This is, a sick man with trouble making a choice, problems making a choice. But you're giving up so much, and it might not be a big deal if you don't care. But for those who cared, Apple had just given this phone a second camera. I feel like this would have been the most selling phone this year. Apple would have been selling these like hotcakes, and people wouldn't think twice about, and the Also, a faster USB connection. It's just a shame that this is where a lot of people are. This is the struggle that a lot of people are dealing with right now, just trying to choose between the iPhone Air and the Pro or Pro Max. And it's a shame because this is a fantastic phone, but the sacrifices are just too vast. This could have been a little longer. It really doesn't matter. And added a second camera, and it would have been a no-brainer. So I still don't know. I'm probably will be returning this and settling for the iPhone 17 Pro. And if I do choose this and I get rid of this, now I'll be using this a whole lot more for my camera problems that I'm having. But again, I'm not getting all those awesome video capability and everything that comes with the iPhone Pro variant. So whichever choice you make, you are still giving up something, and that is a shame. As beautiful and lovely and powerful Pro, beautiful sacrifice. Which did you go for? Why? What matters to you? Leave your comment under the comment section. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Adios.